Cool, why is my game not showing up? That's probably... Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Everything's working. Hello, everyone. How's it going? So we actually have a fairly smaller tournament today, about 11 people. We had 10, and then someone joined right as I started the tournament. I think that was Crispy Cthulhu. So... lucky for him that he joined right as I started it. We've actually got some pretty good players here today. We've got Remy, which hasn't entered one of my tournaments in a while. Mr. MKL, who also hasn't entered in a while. Organis, Janet, Rookhugger, Darkness, PTRC. Lots of really good players. Also some newer players that I haven't seen before, at least not in my tournaments. Macy, Mr. X, ETAC, and yeah. So this should be a pretty fun and exciting tournament. I also have Mozzarella here commentating with me, so hopefully things go well. How you doing, Mozzarella? How's your day been going?
I'm alright. How are you doing?
I've been doing good. I've been doing good. Just, doing my thing. I brought water, but I've already almost drank all of it before tournament starting, so that should be fun. Alrighty.
You can still hear me fine, right?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, hey, Remy. How's it going, man? I'm glad that you could join the tournament today. That's awesome. Yeah, Mozzarella is commentating with me. Yo, let's go, Mr. X. You got this. Oh, some support from Mr. X. Is Mr. X also up in Canada in the Toronto top tier stuff? I don't know. I know that I see Mr. X sometimes retweet my stuff. I don't think we've ever talked too much though. So it's good to have you in the tournament, Mr. X. Glad to have you here. All right, yeah, I think we're just waiting for Remy and Mr. MKL to get their match going here.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of ranked players and diamond players bracket today.
Yeah, lots of a lot of diamond players, which is always interesting. Yeah, Mr. X. Apparently he's in the States. Oh, good to have another American over here. I get a lot of Europeans in my tournaments. Nothing against Europe, by the way. It's just, it's kind of interesting how I'm like an American and I get a lot of European entrants. It's always, I'm happy that Europeans enter my tournaments as well. But it's good to have some Americans every now and then. I know Rookhugger's in the tournament, he's also American. So, it's the battle of the Europeans and the Americans today, I think. Because we got Rookhugger, we got Mr. X, we've got Janet. Oh, we're getting right into this. Awesome. All right.
Yeah, it looks like they've just started their game.
Yeah, it looks like Remy is on Grave, Mr. MKL on the Midori. So this is going to be a good matchup for Remy, to say the least. Grappler versus Zoner. Zoner generally has the advantage. Starts off with a short one. I believe this is... I don't know if this is Remy's best character. I know Remy does enjoy playing Grave a lot. I see him play Grave during his Monday night European streams. Looks like Mr. MKL is going to take this first one with a great forward A there.
Yeah, it's always good for Grave to save his meter for Dragon Form because always catch him jumping later and
absolutely. This should get okay. Yeah, one hit there. Yeah, absolutely. Midori definitely saving that Dragon Form is good to use, but it looks like Mr. MKL doesn't even need the Dragon Form. Basically getting all the best reads against Remy here. On every wake up, I think Remy got hit. Very unfortunate. Tries to neutral. Neutral is a little bit at the wrong time. Does get a really good sword there, though. Goes for the Wind Summon. I think I would have liked to see saving the Wind Summon for the Dragon Form. Does get hit in the air, unfortunately. Goes for an Air Super. Doesn't get punished. I think it's the throw. Dragon Form transformation for Mr. MKL. It's the air-to-air. 3 damage combo. Remy's in a very bad spot now. Finally gets a good read on the wake-up, but it doesn't matter. Mr. MKL gets that last 2 points of damage, and Remy has been 3-0'd by Mr. MKL. What do you think Remy could have done there a little better, Mozzarella? And any tips for Remy's Grave there?
I actually got disconnected in the middle of that. I only watched the round.
Oh, no worries. If you do keep getting disconnected, feel free to hop over to Discord. I'm streaming it for you. But yeah, no, I would have probably said that Remy probably needed to just use maybe some more projectiles. He seemed to like to go in a lot.
From MKL.
Absolutely. A very bad parry, though. Unfortunately, Mr. MKL was able to get behind Remy. Remy gets a great throw here, though, for 2 damage. And an air-to-air, or an anti-air, should I say. Right? Mr. MKL charging up a shot.
A really good spot for Remy. Oh.
It was a good spot, but Mr. MKL turned the tides quite quickly. See if Mr. MKL...
Commentator's curse, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, Remy definitely needs to be careful using those butt slams. Not really the best idea. Goes for the Dragon Buster. Yeah, gets the 2 damage with the Dragon Buster. Oh, is this going to hit? It is going to hit. A great play. Great reactions from Mr. MKL with the red dragons on the
That's
headbutt
gonna
there.
waste a lot of meter too.
Yeah, and goes for the dragon, or for the Dragon Buster, but unfortunately for Remy, 3 arrows is gonna close out that game. That round, should I say. Great Dragon Heart from Mr. MKL. Great parry from Remy. Gets the normal throw, not back into the corner though, but does get the back A onto Mr. MKL. Remy finally getting around here.
All the right guesses that round.
Really great reads from Remy. Definitely needs to be careful with these butt slams.
Forward A.
Yeah, the butt slams really are not working out very well for Remy. Does get a neutral throw though after Dragon Transformation, and the air to air could have actually followed up. I think he could have gotten the 3 damage there instead of just 2.
Yeah, that could have been the round.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Remy does take this 3rd round with a headbutt. See if Remy can keep this momentum going. And again with the headbutt in the air.
Damage from the red dragon.
Yeah, this is the 2nd time Remy has done that. Very unfortunate. I really would like to see Remy not doing these very unsafe moves.
Good,
and now he's
damage.
Yeah, now he's only at 2 points of health here and in the corner against the zoner. This is very, very bad for Remy. He's doing a good job of avoiding these arrows, but 1 bad butt slam. I should say 3 bad butt slams. He had a lot of bad butt slams that game, but that one is going to cost him that game.
Yeah, that's a very patient matchup for Midori. He just has to be incredibly careful when he's trying to get in.
Yeah, you have to be extremely, extremely careful. Alright, Remy here this time on the Geiger, Mr. MKL on the Valerie. See if Remy can actually get a game, but Asai Magenta, that's already 3 damage, 4 damage, and that is it, 6 damage. Remy is out. Round 1 going to Mr. MKL. It's a good air to air.
Your screen?
I am indeed sharing my screen, yes. But Asai Magenta Yellow, a great flash gear from Remy. And another great use of the Chromatic Orb. Mr. MKL just has Remy's number this game. See if Remy can turn things around. Okay, Remy finally getting a time spiral to connect there. Great flash gear on the jump in for Mr. MKL. Doesn't get any forward A. Good blocks for Remy. A great drop gear. Should get a forward A here. No, just trying to get a little bit more damage. Oh, gets the counter hit, but does the flash gear too late. Oh, he recognized it way too late there. Mr. MKL is going to take this match here against Remy. That will be 3-0. Very well done from both of those.
You actually need to re-share your. I can't on my phone.
It is showing me as sharing my screen, but I will redo it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Right now?
Yeah, I happen to have gotten kicked out that round.
No worries at all.
Spectating.
All right, so as the next matches are going forward, we're gonna let's check out Organa.
Very good stuff from MKL.
Yeah, Mr. MKL played very well that game. Just punished basically everything that Remy was trying to do. We're gonna check out Organis and PTR or PTRC Boy or ETAC, whoever wins that one. So just so that we can get a full match, or we could potentially catch the back end here of PTRC Boy and ETAC as they finish things up.
Hopefully this will be a good learning opportunity for ETAC to be able to play with a master player.
Is ETAC a newer player? Let me see.
It seems that he's in
silver at the moment, yeah. It may have already finished. Oh nope, they're still playing. We're probably just missing a few rounds here. That's all right. That first match went a lot quicker than I was expecting. Sometimes it be like that though. Sometimes people get 3-0'd, right?
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. This is what happens when you stream instead of play law. I feel the same way, Remy. I feel the same way. Can we join Anime Evo? Europeans? I mean, yes. Anime Evo. Anime Evo. Anime Evo. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yes, it is. It's open. It's open to all regions and obviously cross-platform as well. So yeah, you are welcome to join Anime Evo. Go for it. Looks like ETAC does have some rounds here. This is going to be the last one. A great command throw though. Windmill Crusher from ETAC. Going for a neutral throw here. Gets out though. Great earthquake. A good Vines doesn't get punished by the bubble pop. But E-Tac in a very terrible... I think this is it here for E-Tac. Yeah, bad Vines is going to get forwarded. Fortunately, we missed most of that game, but that's alright. We'll be checking out PTR Boy versus Organas coming up here. Alright, Organas and PTR Boy. Both Master players, I believe. Yeah, Organas is ranked 3 Masters. PTR Boy is ranked 17 Masters. We'll be getting straight into that match as soon as they are ready. Mr. MKL also now confirmed he's in top 8 now since he won against Remy. So good for him.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, Rook Hugger will be playing against Mr. X or Macy, whoever wins that one. So yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, smaller tournaments, you get to top 8 a little faster, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully we get Organas here started soon. I believe PTR Boy won that 3-0, so I'm going to report that for them. Hopefully we can get Organas and PTR Boy started here soon. I think they're just doing some post-match stuff at the moment with the E-Tac versus PTR Boy match. How many games do we do? Just one. It is one game, one match per set. Yeah, one game.
Yeah, we're not doing any best of 3 this bracket.
Yep.
There's a rank.
Yeah, there's no best of 3s. There's no best of 5s. There's none of that. We used to do that, and one tournament went for like almost 5 hours, and it was because of one match that was it was a bracket reset, and it was a best of 3, so it was absolutely terrible. I mean, it was a great match to watch. You guys should go watch it. It's on the YouTube. But, oh man, it was a long one. It was like a 2-hour long match. It's crazy. Yeah, best of 3 team battles. I agree, Fluffiest Princess. Best of 3 team battles definitely gets kind of stupid. Definitely.
Yeah, that's how you get 2-hour long game.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, we are just getting into this. They're just picking their characters here. And we may be getting some mirror matches here. Yeah, absolutely. We may be getting some mirror matches. Alright, not a mirror match, but a grappler match, at least. Alright, good luck to both these players. Organas on the Midori, PTR Boy on the Rook. Both these players are Rook players. We'll see how their Rooks match up. Actually, PTR...
jump away from...
Ooh, a great jump in parry. Yeah, absolutely. Great neutral jump A's here. You see this a lot from Midori's against Rook players. You just do a lot of neutral jump A's. It's a very effective move. It can really catch a lot of stuff in the air. It gets over the earthquake unless you mess up a little bit. We should be seeing a Dragon Buster. No, just blocks. Goes to the forward A, gets the 2 damage, and the aerial doesn't get the 3 damage, but a toxic breath. What a read from Organas. Was halfway through the dragon form, but the toxic breath, the Yomi counter, will actually refill that dragon meter all the way up. This is very unfortunate for PTR Boy. Great headbutt there, catching the bottom part of that. Lots of headbutts here. Great back A, catching the forward A, getting under it. And this is so much chip damage. PTR Boy. Alright, waits out to the dragon form.
That's a really good corner pressure from Organa.
Absolutely, but now PTR Boy is in. Now he's out. Oh, but he's back in with a cross-up hit with the earthquake. Great use of the parry there, but didn't actually get any damage. Good forward A here is from Organas. And PTR Boy is on the back step here.
Good earthquake.
Absolutely. Goes for the dragon form. We should see, yep, a neutral A, and that's going to be a 3 damage. Never jump over a Midori who has dragon form. Unless you have some way of dealing with a neutral A. Great counter. The Vines does beat the Dragon Buster, the command throw from the dragon form. Oh, goes for the Talon Swoop. Not able to connect, though. Did a little bit late, it looked like. Great neutral jump A's. Gets a 2 damage combo. It's a great parry.
Good parry, giving him access to a command grab.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, this is very unfortunate. Right. We should be seeing a command throw. Yes, we will. Dragon Buster. And Organa's going to take this first game here in this set.
Clean 3-0 from...
Yeah, absolutely. I think I would like to see PTR Boy be just a little bit safer. He was doing a... I don't even know if safer is the right word. Maybe just more aggressive. He really needed to find a way to get in onto Organis instead of giving them so much time to just get that dragon form up. But this is a good matchup this time for PTR Boy. Goes to the back A, mistimes it, gets hit by the vines. Great thunderclap from Organis. Great thunderclaps from Organis.
Thunderclap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being able to keep Argarg in the corner.
Oh, and a vines to get past the big fish. Very well done from Organis. It's the earthquake. Pushes through that blue fish. You don't take damage from it. Good blocks here from Organis. Goes to the landslide. Gets hit by the jump back A. Now Organis in a very tough spot against the zoner at 1 health. Great counter hit with the earthquake. Goes for the landslide. Trying to get in. Doesn't get the vines. And the back A will catch the ground super from Organis. PTR Boy getting around
Good
here.
Reaction on PTR's part.
Absolutely. I do like how PTR Boy's playing this. Just playing it safe. Oh, but Organis is in. Goes to the bubble shield, trying to get something. Yeah, gets the Yomi counter. Puts Organis in the corner, and now PTR Boy has a full screen to back up into. Goes to the big fish. Poisons Organis here, but a great... I think that was a neutral A. Very well done from Organis. Got the poison off. Great Yomis
Good
from
Yomi
PTR Boy. Big fish coming through. It's the 2 damage.
This is a really bad spot for Organis.
But Organis is in.
Never mind.
This could be it for PTR Boy. Good neutral ace here. Goes to the command throw. Doesn't catch anything. And now Organis is at 1. Doesn't block the blue fish and gonna get hit by that forward A. PTR Boy in a great spot here. Just needs one more win here. Good patience from PTR Boy. Not pressing any buttons against the vines. Going for the bubble shield here. Can't jump out of it.
Buster.
Yeah, absolutely. Gets that 3 damage and gets rid of the bubble shield. Doesn't catch anything with the command throw. Does get the earthquake. PTR Boy gets thrown. And Organis is able to get around here. Alright, PTR Boy, I would like to see a little bit more projectiles, more rivers. Alright. Just going for some normal projectiles. The landslide's gonna get past the poison, getting that, or get past the blue fish. Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of a rough spot for PTR's.
Yeah, goes for the big fish just to get out of that corner pressure. Bad block, earthquake, getting in, and a command throw. Windmill crusher, and now Organis has tied things up this game. PTR Boy had a great match here, but
match point for both players.
Yeah, Organis seems to have figured out PTR Boy's game plan here. Goes to the forward A, gets hit by the earthquake. And gets the earthquake, catches the earthquake that time with the blue fish. Oh, gets earthquake though. This is bad for PTR Boy. Goes to the bubble shield. Should be able to jump out of this on reaction. Yes, with that bubble shield. But the... Oh my goodness, that was a max range Windmill Crusher, I believe. Very unfortunate for PTR Boy. And this is it no matter what. A forward it. Yeah, this is no matter what. Yeah, no, it was it no matter what because it was going to be chip damage.
Yeah, I was just about to say that a forward A would have been.
Yeah, a forward A, a back A, really anything that gives the chip. And we have a Lumbir match here. This one is always a pleasure to commentate. PTR Boy on the green Lum and Organis on...
Lum does in fact know how to make it exciting.
That's true. Alright, and Organis gets that K. Goes for the jackpot here. They trade. Organis able to get a cherry though. And a neutral A with the baby Lum behind. Gonna get that 2 damage that they need. Good blocks here from Organis. And a Yomi counter after the rolling. Great reads from Organis. Goes to the jackpot here. Gave PTR Boy some cake. Not where you want to be. And that's unfortunate for Organis.
Damage.
Yeah, went for the forward A and got that 3 damage.
Be able to get a lot of meter back off of that.
Absolutely. PTR Boy already has full super here. Organis getting lots of chip here though. Okay, going for the melon, trying to get a little bit of extra chip. Not able to get the full chip. But for some reason, Organis jumps in there. Not really what you want to do against the jackpots like that. Organis able to get that cherry and get a point of damage. Goes for the dice roll. Oh, and this is not good for PTR Boy at all. Able to block here. But Organis just getting all of these cherries and getting the damage at the same time. Organist or PTRC Boy able to get out of the corner. Organist going for the dice roll, and this should be it. Just a roll-on is going to get that chip. No, it's not! PTRC Boy able to avoid the chip, but unfortunately they trade.
But it is going to trade with the jackpot for the round.
Yeah, absolutely. Organist up 2 rounds here, and this is going to be the match game point here. Match and game point here. That's for a back A at the wrong time. Oh, gets the jump in for 2 damage. PTSD Boy not out of this yet. Goes for the dice roll. There is the cherry, but goes for a back A. And this is going, yeah, the melon is going to connect. Unfortunate there for PTRC Boy. Organist is going to take all 3 of those rounds.
Yeah, that melon didn't even trade. It just was jackpot.
Absolutely. Very good, or very well played from both those players, but Organist seems to have gotten the best of PTRC Boy there. One moment, let me type something. Alright, I think we're going to wait a little bit before we get into round 3 for winner's side. I think we're going to check out a bit of loser's bracket here. The winner's side is moving along fairly quickly, so I think we have time to check out some of the losers. Let's check out Darkness and Macy. They've already probably started, but maybe we can catch a little bit of their match. I think I don't know if Macy's a newer player or just new to the tournaments in general.
Yeah, I couldn't really answer that one either.
Yeah, we will. I know Darkness is definitely not new. Darkness has been in the tournaments for a very long time. I think Darkness and Janet have entered like almost all of my tournaments, at least recently. They're just always there.
Really?
Yeah, they're always there. It's always fun to see. I'm glad that they enjoy the tournaments. I know that I think Darkness is European. I know Janet's European.
I think I remember Darkness talking about that a while back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of Europeans in my tournaments, surprisingly. Alright, let's check out we'll just wait for PTRC Boy here. You guys can, sorry for the delay, everyone, in the stream. We're just gonna check out some of the losers side before we get to the winners. We have a little bit of time. Hopefully you all have been enjoying the tournament so far. Just to promote some other tournaments. I don't have the graphics like the fancy Toronto Top Tiers, but you should check out Toronto Top Tiers. They run 1v1 tournaments every Wednesday, I want to say at 7 p.m. EST, or EDT, however you want to say that. So definitely check out Toronto Top Tiers if you want 1v1 tournaments. They do great stuff. I actually entered a tournament last week, or this week actually, this week on Wednesday. Lots of fun. I lost, but it was a lot of fun. I came in top 6 though, so I'll take that.
That's good.
Yeah, I lost to Mr. MKL. But yeah, definitely check out Toronto Top Tiers. Also, the Garden of Chaos every Thursday. I don't remember the exact time, but every Thursday, Janet and Daniel, I can't pronounce his last name, but Daniel and Janet, they do the Garden of Chaos, which is sort of it's a less competitive one. It's more of a fun one. It's a lot of fun. They do sort of like these crazy rule sets and things for the game. Really fun to watch and play in as well. So definitely check those out.
I was able to get in on Darkness's match. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, were you? Oh, I was just waiting for PTRC Boy. How much longer are they? How many more rounds do they have?
They're in round 2, game 2 right now. It's Jaina's Darkness versus Macy's Lum.
Okay. Well, we'll give that one a wait because if Darkness is up 2 right now.
Oh well, they're on their second game.
Yeah, who's won?
Up 1.
Oh, Darkness up 1. All right, I will hop in then. There is Darkness. Alrighty. Hopefully we can get in to watch some of it.
Really good job being able to keep out Lum with all these projectiles.
Amy Sox saying this tournament is definitely more appropriate for me than the TTT ones personally, mostly because of schedule. That makes sense, yeah. I think it's really good that there are so many tournaments that are sort of being ran. Gives players the options with schedules and things of that nature. All right, we are getting into this. Darkness on the Geiger, and this is a great matchup for Darkness here. It's the air-to-air counter hit. Great flash gear. Good read. That was not a reaction, I don't think. Another great flash gear. And good drop gears into the flash gear for that 2 damage in the corner. Very hard to deal with in the corner. Oh, I just looked in my my Twitch chat. I forgot to take away that Nightbot for the for the direct relief thing. Going for the Cycle Revolution. I like this a lot. It really wastes a lot of time on the dragon form.
Good flash gear.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Darkness playing just, you know, classic Geiger against Midori, honestly.
Yeah, just a lot of projectiles, and when you feel them to jump in like that and flash gear.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, Darkness is doing just an absolutely stellar job here of just dealing with everything that Macy is throwing at him. It's very hard to actually deal with a Geiger as Midori. Just not many options to really get in. Great forward A for that 2 damage. Good throw after the butt slam, missing there. Darkness is only at 1 bar of health. If Macy can get in once, maybe, but no, a jump in throw. Darkness will take that game with a 3-0. Very well done from Darkness. Alright, and we will be able to move straight into the next match with Darkness and PTR Boy here. So good luck to both of those players. Janet saying
yeah,
team
I'm
battles.
definitely planning on entering TPK on Wednesday if I have time for it.
Yeah, definitely. You should. They're a lot of fun to play in. I don't enter too many tournaments myself, but when I do, I generally, well, since I'm like really the only other, well, I enter Garden of Chaos or TTT because I can't enter my own. Well, I guess I could enter my own tournaments, but that'd be kind of hard to commentate and play at the same time.
Wouldn't really be able to commentate.
Exactly. Yeah.
I almost entered this tournament, but I had thought about that.
Alright, gets the baby Rook here, which is actually really good. Doesn't look like PTR Boy is utilizing it too much, though. Yeah, you can sort of just sit behind the baby Rook as those projectiles are coming out. Looks like he's trying to more or less just use it to sort of pressure walk forward maybe, but didn't really get too much pressure there. 2 fireworks coming out, though.
Fireworks
oh, this is not good for Darkness. He's going to get hit by these fireworks. Oh, I was wrong. Never mind. I guess Darkness knew the timing better than I did. Could have maybe neutral aid that.
There's a bomb. Might have been able to get some for that.
Ooh, stops blocking a little bit too early. Great Yomi counter from PTR Boy though. Yeah, absolutely. Rolls to get out of the corner. Oh, and gets 2 damage. Darkness not blocking the cloud, unfortunately. Both players super low here, but Darkness gets that very crucial fireworks. Yeah, Darkness, I believe, would have maybe taken chip there either way.
Yeah, especially with all those baby loans out. I don't think he could have done anything.
Absolutely. Darkness does get the air-to-air, though, and a cake. Goes for the Cycle Revolution here. And Darkness gets that chip damage. It goes for the flash gear there. Gets the chip damage, but a little dangerous. Takes 2 damage for it. And PTR Boy able to get that cherry. Very unfortunate. Alright, Darkness is playing very aggressive Geiger here. It's the air-to-air again, counter hit. Alright, Darkness playing a little safe now. Goes to the Cycle Revolution. This is a bit far away. We'll see if it can connect at all. PTR Boy should be able to jump away here. Gets the dice roll. Oh, this is, oh, very close. Darkness was almost able to get that little bit of chip that he needed. Oh no, and PTR Boy has Darkness in the court. This is not good for Darkness. He's only at 1 bar of health now with a fireworks and a roll under the time spiral. A PTR Boy will take that round from, you know, that was Darkness's game to lose, or round to lose, I'd say. He had PTR Boy at 1.
Yeah, that firework would have been able to do enough shit to close it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and PTR Boy gets double jackpots here because of the cake. Darkness able to walk forward and get that throw, though, and gets a cherry as well. Goes to the pause. Lots of time spirals we're seeing. This is, oh, walks forward. And, okay, gets rid of that baby Rook. Darkness doing a good job here. Oh, but the anti-air is there. This should be a trade. It is a trade. This is not good for Darkness. Gets a great flash here.
Fireworks, though, so that should at least be good.
Oh, the fireworks actually didn't come out, unfortunately, for PTR Boy. Darkness going for the Cycle Revolution here. Should get a chip here. All right, Darkness still only at 1 bar of health here. PTRSD Boy has 2 still. Yeah, and pressuring Darkness in the corner. This is not good for Darkness. Definitely should not have walked into the corner like that. And gets the cross-up hit with the roll. PTRSD Boy taking this first game against Darkness.
A very clean 3-0 on PTR's part.
Yeah, 100%. No, PTRSD Boy is playing very well here against Darkness's Geiger.
This is going to be a rough matchup for PTRSD though on the Rook.
Oh yeah, this is probably one of, if not Rook's worst. I mean, this match, Geiger and Arg are some of Rook's worst matchups in the game, so this is up there. Trying to get these Earthquakes. He's getting past some of the arrows, but not able to get past all of them, and Darkness is just happy to throw out these arrows. I mean, what do you do, right? It's just, you know, deal with it, right? Does look like PTRSD Boy is making some headway. Gets a forward A, gets the counter hit. Great jumps here from Darkness, and gets another forward A. Could have potentially maybe gotten another forward A on the bounce up. Darkness is happy to throw some arrows, though, and gets a 2 damage combo with those arrows. PTRSD Boy not blocking, unfortunately. Darkness and PTRSD Boy both have the full super meter here, though. Darkness taking that first round. It's a great anti-air. Yeah, it gets 2 damage off of it. And gets another 2 damage. PTRSD Boy really struggling in this matchup, and Darkness is just happy to throw out these arrows. I mean, this is what you do against the grapplers, right? You know, deal with me, right? That's a great trade for Darkness, actually. And Dragonheart should win here.
Oh, that Dragonheart should be able to take the round.
Absolutely. Round 3. Right, Darkness up 2 rounds here, trying to get a game on the board. It's a great forward A. Very risky, but actually was able to connect there. They do trade in the air. Still probably good for Darkness. Keeping that distance is always what you want to do as the zoner against the Rooks. Great use of neutral A here, by the way, from PTRSD Boy. He's using that neutral A to actually get under the air projectile there, because it lowers his hitbox as the Rook. So very interesting plays there.
Hit, unfortunately.
Unable to connect with the forward A. Has Darkness in the corner, though. All PTRSD Boy needs to do now is get in. Bad Earthquake gonna land on that arrow, giving Darkness a lot more space to work with now. Good vines, getting past that arrow. Good blocks from PTRSD Boy. Gets a forward A, gets that kick in the face. I'd like to see Darkness use some Rain of Fires here. Does get a projectile hit, though. I'd like to see a Rain of Fire here, honestly. And a throw.
Good normal throw.
I think Darkness could have actually stalled that out with a Rain of Fire earlier in the match. Get a little bit more, waste some more time and maybe get some chip damage as well. Opted not to use the super, though. Doesn't punish the command throw. Darkness just doing a great job of keeping PTRSD Boy out. He does not want that Rook in his face. It's like PTRSD Boy doing a good way. Forward A gonna get blocked, though. And PTRSD Boy is actually landing on a lot of these projectiles they shouldn't be landing on. Doesn't block the forward A. Does get the arrow, though, on the kick there. Misses the throw, a little bit out of range. Takes chip damage. Great Dragonheart on the forward A. And that gives Darkness full screen advantage. Again, a great counter hit with the Earthquake. Trying to get in. Darkness, really, I would like to see him use a Rain of Fire. He's holding on to the super meter way too long. Just use the Rain of Fire. You have 15 seconds remaining.
Earthquake. PTRSD Boy like that one.
And an amazing read from Darkness getting the Yomi counter. We should see a Rain of Fire here. Just Rain of Fire. He's only at 1 bar of health. Guess Darkness says he doesn't need it, I suppose. Yeah, I guess it's over for PTRSD Boy here. Not going to be able to get in with 1 second.
Seems interesting. I decided not to do that.
Yeah, I think that one of the mistakes I sometimes see players do is just not using their super. I mean, you charge super fairly fast in this game, so when you can use your super and it will be beneficial to you, just go for it. Just use it. I mean, unless you're going to get punished for using it, which is kind of rare, at least in a lot of those situations that Darkness was in, you know? Alright, anyways, PTRSD Boy on the Arg. It's a great 2 damage combo and then knockdown. Great cross-up with the Whirlwind into the throw. Darkness really does know how to get these mix-ups with his Grave. Oh, for some reason it doesn't block the Bluefish. Maybe mistimes it a little bit.
I got kicked out of the match, unfortunately, so I can't really see what's going on right now.
Darkness was able to take this first round. Are you able to view my screen? I'm still streaming it in Discord for you.
Oh, never mind. I'm in now.
All right, fantastic. Oh, and Darkness gets in for a 3 damage combo. Oh, a bad sword, though. Gonna take a point of damage. Goes for the bubble shield. Pops prematurely. Doesn't get anything out of it, but does get Darkness out of the corner with a forward A there. Great throws here from PTRSD boy.
From PTRSD.
Yeah, gets the poison as well, and that is going to be it for Darkness.
Round 3. Fight.
Both players are putting up a really good fight.
Yeah, great back A there from PTRSD boy beating the Whirlwind. This should get 1 point of damage, and yeah, he's going to get hit by the back of that fish, though, unfortunately.
That was probably a better trade for Argyarg.
Yeah, 100%. I think PTRSD boy got a much better trade there. Great jump ins from Darkness, though.
Good jump and throw.
Absolutely. And gets, okay, only 1 point of damage. Not able to get close enough for the 3 damage. But gets the counter hit and the back A for 2 damage. Darkness up 2 rounds here on game point. Those are a very risky ground super.
Block that.
Yeah, gets that 1 point of damage as a punish. Great sword. PTRSD boy not blocking for some reason. Darkness trying to get a chip here. Does get the chip. Still able to block as well. Goes for the sword to get past the bluefish. Not able to connect with anything. Whirlwind getting blocked. Does get a 2 damage combo. Great throw from PTRSD boy. This could be it for Darkness, and it is. Block into a forward A. Absolutely. Darkness definitely needs to be a lot safer with these ground supers. He's kind of throwing them out willy-nilly, and he's getting punished for it. A great sword, though, into the back A. Yeah, got the read on the back A from PTRSD boy. Goes for the sword, gets... Oh, doesn't even get past the bluefish. Takes 2 damage... Or the big fish. Takes 2 damage altogether. They're very unfortunate. It looks like Darkness...
Both players are just happy to throw projectiles and each other out.
Yeah, Darkness and PTRSD boy seeming to be more happy to just throw out some projectiles here. Darkness almost has the chip here. Does get the chip, but gets hit by the goldfish. Oh, almost got it for 3 damage. Goes to the throw. PTRSD
really
boy
good
using...
bubble getting out of...
Yeah, 100%.
Punish,
yeah,
it doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah, the bubble is usually not a very good option, but PTRSD boy used it very effectively there. Unfortunately, Darkness was still able to close that game out.
Let's the test begin.
Hold on a second.
Oh,
sorry.
I have been desynced. Let me try and get back in here. Lots of great games so far. Hopefully you all have been enjoying everything. Been going quite well. Lots of good matches actually. This match in particular has been very, very good, I have to say. Yeah, after this, I think we can we'll probably start getting back into the winner's side, I think, after this match. I think it'll be a good time to get back in. Things are moving along fairly quickly.
Round 2.
All right. It looks like PTSD boy got the first round here against Darkness's Geiger. Gonna be a very grindy matchup, I suspect. Goes for the throw, not able to connect there. Goes for the time spiral. Is poisoned. This is not good for Darkness. And gets back 8 as well. And they do trade, but Darkness with only 1 point of health. Not gonna be enough, unfortunately. Oh, just stood there for some reason. Didn't block at all. Goes for the big fish. Needs to be careful of these poisons, of course. It's a great forward hit. Counter hit. Lots of just use of the projectiles here. Trying to wait for one of the other players to make a mistake here. Great jump in. And Darkness just going for these throws for some reason against the bubble shield. Like when Peter, like this has happened multiple times in this round, in that game and in the last game, where Darkness will go for a throw and Peter Seaboy will just, you know, use the bubble shield to stay in the air. I would like to see Darkness using more flash gears against those bubble shields or reversals against those bubble shields instead. But it doesn't matter anymore. Darkness on the Geiger here. PTR Boy on the Rook. This is a great match for Darkness. This is definitely the match, or Darkness's match to lose if he does lose it. Goes to the landslide. Great flash gear out of range with that normal throw, I believe. Either way, very unfortunate there for PTR Boy. Great air to air for Darkness. Great air to air for PTR Boy that time. Goes for the Cyclone Revolution. Alright, should get some chip here. I don't know. No, unfortunately, Peter Steelboy not close enough to get that headbutt. And now Peter Steelboy only at 1 bar of health. And you know what they say about a Rook at 1? It's a dead Rook. Darkness gets the first round. Great air-to-air from Darkness. Goes to the landslide. Gets in a great read from Darkness, getting the Earthquake with the Flash Gear. Goes for the Cyclone Revolution. Should do the chip here. Goes to the forward A. Now to connect. Forward A from PTSD Boy to return. Darkness has the life lead. Gets a point of damage with the Time Spiral as well. PTSD Boy really struggling to get in here. He's slowly getting Darkness into the corner, though. Darkness is kind of close to the corner, but these 4 days and a bad Flash Gear, though. Darkness kind of giving that round away, potentially. Now PTSD Boy is in. This is not good. Darkness able to get out. PTSD Boy timing the normal throw at the wrong time.
Be able to chip out here.
Yes, he should. Oh, I can hear you now, Mozzarella.
Hmm?
I can hear you now. Hello, hello.
Yeah, I was commentating. I guess my Discord call must have cut out.
No worries at all. A bad flasher is going to get thrown.
After a blocked Flash Gear here from Darkness.
And Darkness with a great Yomi read. And now Darkness is back in the advantage here. Starts off a cycle. I would have liked to see a jump forward before this Cycle Revolution. I think that because of that Time Spiral, he could have done it and maybe gotten a chip damage here as well. Looks like he's still going to get a chip, actually. It's still a good play from Darkness. And another chip as well.
Lots of chip damage.
Yeah, this is really bad for PTSD Boy. Good blocks here from Darkness. And these Time Spirals are making it really hard for PTSD Boy to do anything, but a great use of the Earthquakes. Looks like Darkness is getting an idea of when these Earthquakes are coming out, though, not letting them overtake this match. Should get a chip here, I believe. This is the last Time Spiral. And now Darkness has the life lead. Goes to the head crush. And Darkness is able to get...
really weird interaction.
Yeah, definitely. Darkness did miss a 4-day there after the landslide. And that's it!
Yeah, it should be it for Darkness.
Darkness will take this game, this match, 3-2. Very good plays from Darkness. A very hard matchup there for PTSD Boy. And unfortunately for PTSD Boy, he's out of the tournament now. That was loser's side. All right, let's check out some of winner's side. They have been very patient. We're going to check out the Rook Hugger and Mr. MKL. Let me let them both know that they can begin.
I didn't realize that I had cut out there because I could still see everything green.
Yeah, no worries at all. Discord can be funny sometimes. That's definitely for sure. By the way, thanks so much to everyone who's been who joined the tournament and or is watching the tournament. It's always a lot of fun to run these. I'm glad that you guys enjoy them. Hopefully you're enjoying the commentary. If you did miss any of the matches or wanna recap, I'll be posting them all on my YouTube channel. So look out for that, as well as all my other tournaments are also on the YouTube channel as well. Hopefully we can get these two players started soon. Organist saying too much processing happened. Too noise filter setting is too high. Yeah, sometimes things can be weird for Discord. Like maybe these two players are struggling to connect perhaps. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're connecting now. I'm not sure. Janice saying Discord is a heck. It's best to keep the call visible so you can see when you're talking, but Discord really does not make that easy. Yeah, it can be obnoxious sometimes, but hey, I still would say Discord's probably the best chatting service we have. Seems like I'm failing to connect to Mr. MKL here.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Hopefully we're able to get in. Don't know what's going on with the connection. Sorry, everyone. Fortunately, I cannot control when I can or cannot connect to players. But tis life. Tis life when you're running online tournaments, I suppose.
Do be like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Looks like they're getting in now. I do like the Fantasy Strike music. It's very very calming, very like just kind of epic in its own way. Online session has ended. Are you also trying to connect to them at the same time, Mozzarella?
Yeah.
All right,
I haven't been kicked out yet, but it's trying to.
All right, try not to connect them at this. Don't connect to them yet. Let's let them try and get in before we try and connect.
All right.
Sometimes there's a weird thing where if you're trying to spectate at the same time as like them connecting, it can sometimes cause issues.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know.
Yeah. Looks like Mr. Uncle's saying he's gonna restart his game as well. Hopefully they can get in. We're gonna give them a little bit of time. We might miss a round or two, but that's okay.
Yeah, as long as we can watch the end of it, I think that's.
Yep. Yeah. Rookhugger's saying that they have played before. So hopefully they're able to connect. It looks like they're having difficulty connecting. Hopefully we don't have to make someone lose here. That's never fun. Hopefully they can get connected sooner than later. Oh, Mr. McKill saying, here we go. Or Organist saying the shop's connection curse. Yeah, that's true. It's true. I think the most connection issues I've had is when it's with Rookhugger. Tis the struggle of online tournaments, I suppose. It looks like they're getting going now. I'm gonna give them a little bit more time just to make sure that they're in. Give them like say a few more seconds, maybe like 10 more seconds. Yeah. Thanks everyone for holding out with us. I know that when you're not watching the gameplay, it can sometimes be a little boring, but we'll get back into it as soon as possible. All right, I think we've given them enough time. Gonna try and get in here myself. Macy's saying, by the way, you said you weren't sure why so many EU people are in your tournaments. At least here in Sweden, they're at a great time at 10 p.m., which is much better than 1 a.m. like the Toronto. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I'm glad I can accommodate the European players. All right, looks like Ricard got the first round here with his DeGray. Great throw. We're catching up here. Good 2 damage. Great justice kicks as well. Has the corner, and that is going to be chip set up central. Round 3. That was a fast one. We were catching up, I think. So the Daggerfall, not able to connect with anything. I tend to think that Valerie actually has the advantage in this matchup. Oh! And doesn't safe jump, unfortunately. Messes it up, and Rookhugger with a great ground super to catch. And Rookhugger gonna take it with a punch. Rookhugger taking all 3 rounds there against Mr. MKL's Valerie. Alright, we are moving on to game 2. Rookhugger playing Rook? You never see this. You never see this anymore. I know his name. Anyone who's new here, I know that Rookhugger's name is Rookhugger. He doesn't play Rook anymore. Like that's a character that he sort of stopped playing. So it's surprising to see him hopping back on the Rook. It's definitely surprising. But hey, I am always up for seeing some Rook play from the Rookhugger himself. Great chromatic orb here.
Orb from Mr. MKL.
Now this is from Rookhugger. Rookhugger is on the Valerie this time.
Oh, whoops.
Yep. But no, this is actually a very, very hard matchup for Midori, I would say. I think Valerie's just extremely, extremely favored in this match. You just have so many options to deal with basically everything Midori can do. The Dragon form helps, but even in Dragon form, you have ways of dealing. Yeah, Rookhugger really loves to do this. Gets a 5 damage!
A lot of damage.
Okay, Rookhugger just got 7 damage with 1 combo because of the transformation back into Dragon. And that is a clip for anything. Anyone who knows how to clip, you guys should clip that. That was beautiful. A great Yomi counter. We should be seeing a jump in rainbow. A jump back rainbow. That is... I guess what Rookhugger wants to do there is just keep Mr. MKL in the corner, stop him from sort of progressing forward. I still think it's generally better just to do the jump forward. Oh, could have actually won there. Guess Rookhugger wasn't expecting the parry. Goes to the Dragon form. Tries to get a neutral A there, I think. It's the Cyan Magenta. Oh, and that's it. A bad jump in.
Damage.
Yeah, a bad jump in for Rookhugger. So MKL gonna take the air-to-air there. Oh, should be able to jump out. Yeah. Oh, doesn't actually get any damage up. Great chromatic orb, though, and this is going to be a lot of damage. for Mr. MKO. Even more now because of the transformation into the throw. Into another throw, zip into throw. These are safe jumps. But it looks like Mr. MKO is going to get a throw this time. Maybe that one wasn't purely safe. Rook Hugger just needs one more, and he does get the air-to-air with a counter hit. Rook Hugger up 2 games already against Mr. MKL.
Yeah, a lot of really good stuff here from.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Rook Hugger on the Rook. Mr. MKL on the Jaina, though. This is a very hard matchup for Rook. This is a treat.
We've been seeing a few of these Jaina versus Rook matchups this bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a treat, everyone, by the way. Rook Hugger, I would say, used to be the best Rook in the game. Then he sort of stopped playing this character, so it's always good to see him hopping back on Rook. I believe Rook is his favorite character, so I think he stopped playing Rook specifically because of how bad Rook is, and there's a lot of good players in this game, so you can't really play Rook against amazingly good players. You'll just get punished really hard. At least in my opinion. I know my opinion on Rook is not shared amongst many of the community.
I know Organis does a really good job with Rook.
Yeah, Organis is probably the best Rook player that has that continues to play Rook. And Organis, I keep pronouncing Organis' name wrong. I'm so sorry, Organis. I used to call you Organis, and that's just been ingrained in me. I know it's pronounced Organis though. It's Organis. Eventually, I'll get to the point where I'm only saying Organis. Goes for the landslide.
Yeah, names can be kind of tricky sometimes.
Oh, I'm terrible with names. I literally will mispronounce everything.
A lot of chip damage.
Absolutely. Hell, I'm sure that I would mispronounce Rook if I wasn't careful. I'd probably say Rock or Roke or Okay, maybe not that. Maybe not that far. It'd be pretty hard to mispronounce Rook unless you're a non-native English speaker. That's a 3 damage punish.
Jump out of the command grab.
Absolutely, and that's a 3 damage punish, which is very unfortunate. Lots of good jumps here from Rook Hugger, avoiding all of this chip. Goes for the landslide. Goes for the forward A, gets hit by the Dragonheart. Both players at 3 bars of health. Rain of Fire.
Rain of Fire is going to be able to keep him for
Yeah, that's a lot of chip there. Lots of good neutral jump A's here, or neutral jumps from Rook Hugger. And gets the air-to-air. Rook Hugger just needing one more round here to win this match. Mr. MKL needing a round also to get a game win. Great throw from Rook Hugger. Perfect spacing. Neutral jump A, and a good Yomi though from Mr. MKL. Has full screen range now. We should be seeing a Rain of Fire, I would expect. Jumping at the wrong time there, getting hit by an arrow. Great Earthquake. Rook Hugger is in that chip range though. Goes for the vines, not able to connect with it though. Oh, very good plays from Rook Hugger. He baited Mr. MKL though, because every time Mr. MKL had done a forward A in that spacing, Rook Hugger would go for a normal throw. And this time, the 3rd time, or maybe the 4th time, Rook Hugger finally decided to block instead of going for that normal throw, baiting the Dragonheart. And yeah, that's going to close out with that command throw. Great plays from the Rook Hugger. Going to take that 3-0. Mr. MKL not out of the tournament yet, though. Still in this tournament. Just in loser's side. And we are going to move straight on to Organis and Janet. Both these great players. Oh, thank you so much, Install Virus, for the clip. Thank you. All right, yeah, it's always good to get clips of those really amazing plays. Thank you so much.
Sorry, I didn't get to hear who clipped that.
It was Install Virus.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, Macy, thank you so much for the follow. Mr. X Uni, also thank you for the follow as well. Thank you also for the host, Safety Man in Toronto Top Tiers. I really appreciate all the support, all you guys. Thank you. All right, Organis and Janet. I think Organis is also European, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong though.
I could not tell you. I have no idea.
I know that Janet is European. I believe Janet. I want to say Janet's UK. But I'm not 100% sure. I do know Janet's European though. All right, picking those characters. I'm expecting that Organis is on the Rook. Yes, they are.
Yeah, it seems like it.
All
They
right.
almost have the exact same team.
Confident in the judgment.
That's true, yeah. Very, very close. The only difference is the Degree. And we're seeing that difference right now. The Janet on the Degree versus Organist's Midori. This is a...
damage.
Absolutely. I would say this is a fairly even matchup most of the time. Using the Ghost as more of a projectile can really be beneficial. It's almost sometimes a better projectile in this matchup, actually, because the Ghost actually beats the command thrower from the Dragon form, from the Midori. So it can really, really be useful.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Alright, they trade with the forward. Better trade for Organist. This could be bad. Yeah, great jump over.
Swoop.
Yeah, that was perfect. Like, just instant Talon Soup from that. It's the Dragon Buster.
It was a really rough spot for Janet.
Absolutely. Oh, we got desynced, unfortunately. We'll try and get back in as soon as possible, everyone.
Yeah, block Justice Kicks is going to get punished for the round there.
Oh, we might miss the
Good
next
2
round
damage
as well.
from Janet being able to convert a Tyrant Crusher off a Ghost.
Unfortunately, I'm still not able to get in, so I cannot see.
Looks like Organis is on his last hit point, or their last hit point. My bad. Good stuff coming from Janet being able to take the round.
All right, yeah. 1-2 now. Great 3 damage combo there from Organist. And another 3 damage right after Organist taking this first game. That was very unfortunate for Janet. Just got hit by those 3 damage combos twice in a row. And, well, that's 6 points of health. We may be seeing another Lummir match. And we will. Oh, no. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing.
It's good for us commentators. It's fun to watch.
That's true. It is fun to watch. Oh, that's a very bad trade
like
for
Janet's
Organist
already
there.
almost at full meter.
Absolutely. Janet was able to get cake. It looks like Organist also gets some cake here. Great forward A. Gets rid of... Oh, man. Janet doing a great job of dealing with all of those dice there. What's the jackpot? Looks like Janet wins that exchange. Should be able to get the cake and the cherry as well. Organist does get the air-to-air, though. Gets a cake on and goes to the jackpot. But gives Janet another cherry. Gets some chip, but Janet is still at 3 bars of health here. Janet able to get the cake. Organist has Janet in the corner, though. This could be it with the chip. It does not even the chip. Janet just opting to throw out an item. And Organist taking that first round. Oh, and a bad time to use the cartwheel there. Organist going for the dice roll here. They trade. Janet is in the corner, though. This is not really where you want to be. I'm sorry, Organist is the one in the corner.
Yeah, Janet's playing the purple Lum, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Janet is the purple shirt. Well, they're both purple shirt. Janet's the one on the left. Janet's the gray Lum.
Yeah.
Organist is the blue Lum. Is that blue or is that violet? I think that's blue. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of different shades of blue in that color.
Ooh, a great neutral A there with those dice from Janet. Oh, and that's so unfortunate. It takes 3 damage for a cartwheel. And Organist already has 2 rounds here.
Spot for Janet.
Yeah, Janet is in the corner here. Does get a cherry. There's a drop out. Should be a trade. And it's not just a trade. The fireworks close out this game for Organist. And Janet already down 2 games here. Organist is on match point. Match game, I guess I should say. We'll see if Janet can start getting some wins here. Great forward A. Start things off from Organist. Another great forward A.
Another good forward A.
Great neutral jump A, though, there from Janet. Oh, and Organist really just getting everything for Janet. Organist has Janet's number. Goes for the neutral A into the normal throw. That's the first round. Organist just seems to know everything Janet's going to do here. Janet maybe needs to change up her game style a little bit. They trade there. Great thunderclap, though. Another good thunderclap into the forward A for the counter hand into another forward A. Janet just needs to block more. And, oh, able to jump out of it.
Good job being able to get out of that command throw.
Goes for Dragon Form here. Decides to block. They trade in the air. Janet only at 1 bar of health here. Good block. Goes to the back A, and that's it. Great vines from Organist.
Round 3.
All right, Organist up 2 rounds here, and this is going to be game and match point here. All right, Janet finally getting in here. Getting some damage finally. Transforms back into human. Jumps over the command, or the ground super. Doesn't
Unable
punish
to
it.
punish it, unfortunately.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Does get the parry, doesn't get the hit though. Organist goes straight back in with a normal throw. A great Yomi
Good
counter from
Yomi
Janet.
counter.
Yeah, this gives Janet a full super meter, which is very important in this matchup. You want to have that dragon form. Goes to dragon form. Gets a normal throw. Organist not giving up though. Doesn't matter. Janet gets in with the headbutt. All right, Janet finally gets around here. Maybe this is the momentum Janet needs. Gets an air to air, or an anti-air for 3 damage. Great thunderclap. Not close enough to get the extra damage. This is not good for Organist on the ground. Doesn't have to worry about dragon form, but Janet not punishing these command throws. And this is very unfortunate for Janet. Does have Organist at 1 though, and gets the neutral jump A. All right, or Janet has tied things up here. Just needs 1 more round to finally get a game win. Gets a neutral jump A. Organist getting all these neutral jump A's, getting every single hit here, and now Janet's an Oki.
Thunderclap.
Great neutral jump A. Goes for the butt slam. Lots of jumps. This is still anyone's game right now. Organist does have the advantage, of course. Goes for the command throw. And this could be all Janet needs. Gets the cross up and the 2 damage in the air. Janet, with 1 bar of health left and dragon form available, gets a game. All right, this may
very
be
impressive stuff on Janet's part.
Yeah, and this may be all the momentum Janet needs. I mean, sometimes you see players, they just start getting that momentum, and that's all they need to sort of just push in and get the final, last games.
Looks like Janet's going to need a lot of momentum to win the set here, though.
That's true. I've seen Janet do it before. I've seen Janet. Janet is a great player as well as Organist. Great counter hit with the Earthquake. Great jump back, double punch after the ghost hit. And Janet seems to be very confident with the Degray here. But unfortunately, Organist has Janet in the corner. A great jump out, though. Amazing reads from Janet. Organist had that 1 shot. Janet in the corner in Oki situation, but Janet guessed correctly, got the right read, and got out of the situation with a hit as well. Does get the ghost, not able to connect though with a forward, a little bit out of range. Organist doing a great job of just sort of making it hard for Janet to really do anything. Goes for a head crush.
Unfortunately, there was no punish coming out from Janet on the head crusher.
The ghost is going to protect Janet though from that earthquake. And gets the truth with the ghost. Great ghost from Janet. Went for the back A, not able to connect though. Forward A will get that 2 damage from Organist. These earthquakes haven't been doing too much for Organist, unfortunately. Janet and Organist both need 1 more. I think it's better to just wait the time out here. Just take the tie. No, Janet isn't going to take the time. Gets the counter hit with the air kick. Good blocks from Organist.
You can still hear me okay, right?
I can
That
indeed.
should be a checkmate buster for 3 damage.
Yes, a great checkmate buster. Organist has the... Oh, and a great meaty neutral A from Organist. Yomi from Janet.
Yomi counter.
All right, Janet's still back in
Being
this.
able to get her meter back.
Oh, doesn't follow up with that 3 damage. Oh, and this is it. Yeah, 4 days going to close it out. Organist getting around on the board here. All right, Janet just needing 1 more round here. Great use of Ghost. Gets the Truth Punch. Another use of Ghost. Another great 4-day. Janet getting everything against Organist right now. Organist finally getting an air-to-air, but a Ghost is going to close out this game. Organist got hit by almost every Ghost there. Very unfortunate. Janet with all of the right reads, all the right buttons. And now Janet has an amazing match.
Reaction off of the being able to hit confirm off of Ghost that last round.
Absolutely. And Janet has an amazing matchup here. Lum is very, very favored against the Rook. We'll see if Organist can actually somehow get in. If you can get in on the Lum, if you can somehow get in on the Lum, then you become advantaged. But that's the problem, is getting in on the Lum. Goes for the dice roll here. Morgan is able to get rid of one of those dice, but the other dice is going to connect. Fireworks is fantastic. A great item for Janet. Does get hit by the... Oh, this is not good for Janet. Now, it gets the correct read, though, but doesn't punish.
Oh.
Janet had the win there. Just needed to do an air A after jumping a neutral A into a forward A or a neutral A on the ground. Janet just...
You hate to see it.
Oh, you hate to see it so much. Great Earthquake from Organist. And this is going to be out of range. All right, Janet.
It's a lot of chip damage with fireworks.
Yeah, I believe that was 2 damage of chip. Oh, and the melon connected as well. Bad roll in, though. And this is bad for Janet. This is what happens with once the work gets in. And that's it.
Really good Oki from Organist, though.
Absolutely, yeah. All you have to do, really, as the Lum player here, is you just have to keep Rook out. If you can just keep Rook out, just throw out your items whenever you get the chance, then you are in such a good advantage. Great roll there. Goes for the jackpot. This is gonna get thrown. No, it's gonna get command, or it's gonna get ground supered. Even worse for Janet. That's 3 points of damage. And Oki gets a command throw, and this could be it for Janet. And we will be seeing Janet be pushed into the losers bracket. Very well done from both of those players. Janet,
that was a very close set.
Yeah, Janet almost was able to roll it back. No pun intended there. Alright, very well done from Organis. Moving on to the winners final. And we're gonna, before we check out winners finals, we're gonna check out the rest of losers here as well, with starting with Darkness and Mr. MKL. Let me let those players know that they can begin. And we've been moving along very fast in this tournament so far. It's only been about an hour so far. Thanks so much for everyone who's been chatting in the Twitch, watching the tournament. Hopefully you've all been enjoying the matches. I definitely have. They've been some good matches, I have to say.
Yeah, this has been really fun commentating with you today.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that you could be here. Well, what's been your favorite match so far?
You mean like watching?
Yeah.
I mean, this last one was pretty good.
Yeah, this
very
last one,
close set.
This last one was actually pretty good, I have to say.
Yeah.
I definitely like.
I have to rewatch the whole thing on YouTube before I really decide on a favorite.
Yeah, there were a lot of very good matches so far. Unfortunately, we failed to connect to Darkness. Looks like Mr. MKL maybe having some difficulties connecting or something. Oh, no, there we go. Maybe they were just restarting. All right, good luck to both these players. This is top 8 for anyone who was curious. Buffy's Princess saying, Organist, you did amazingly too. Yeah, both of you played very well. Organist and Janet, both of you played great.
Let's get this over with.
All right, good luck with this play. And I will be right back, Mozzarella. I'm gonna let you commentate this just a bit by yourself. Give me one moment.
Alrighty. Very oh, I see seeing. That's something you hate to see. Oh, I can still see it on my phone. A lot of nice aggressive play from Darkness's Geiger and being able to take it with a flash gear. Being able to take the round. A lot of good play from Darkness's part, just using a lot of flash gear like that. Time Spirals are going to be putting in a lot of work for him too. Good ground super. Should be, oh. Good 2 damage from Mr. MKL. There you go. Sorry about that. I did happen to disconnect for a little bit. I should be back in right
Let's
now.
have a fair fight.
Should be a very good matchup for Darkness.
Round
Fortunately, Mr. MKL is going to have to be very patient and precise in order to do anything. Can't be blocking too many arrows like that. It'll take a lot of chip. Good 2 damage from Darkness. And a walk-up throw to take the round.
Round 2. Fight.
Good 3 damage. Should be able to get a rain of... Oh, no rain of fire. Doesn't look like Darkness is opting to use his super at all. Maybe he's waiting for Mr. MKL to go into dragon form to really do anything.
Very well done for Mr. MKL. I have also returned. I got myself some water, so... Yep. Great
Good
talent swoop. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and a Yomi counter from Mr.
Yomi counter's
MKL.
going to be able to get all of his meter back.
Yeah, this is like, that's honestly some of the worst situations that you like. You really do not want to be giving Midori any extra dragon forms. Basically, it's very, very unfortunate. But that is something that happens sometimes. Which it's actually been happening a lot this tournament. We've been seeing a lot of dragon form Yomi counters. So very well done.
Midori definitely has hands down the coolest looking Yomi counter.
He does have one of the coolest ones. I don't know though. I definitely like Geiger's Yomi counter, where he just kind of swag walks behind you.
Yeah. Good normal throw.
And a great Dragon Heart.
But a Dragon Heart is going to be able to take it.
Very risky too, because if Mr. MKL had blocked the Dragon Heart, then Darkness would have lost. But Darkness not afraid. A great parry after.
Good parry.
Yeah, great Dragon Buster from Mr. MKL, and this could be it for Darkness. Oh, yeah, it's a safe jump. And that's it. Mr. MKL is going to take a game as well.
Yeah, that Yomi counter really had a good effect on the long term in that game.
Yeah, 100%. And you know what's interesting here is we may be seeing a Jaina mirror match, because both players lost with Jaina.
Yeah, possibly.
Alright, Darkness here on the Grave, Mr. MKL on the Valorant. Great forward A after the Whirlwind, but does get hit by a projectile. Jump in throw from Darkness. Has Mr. MKL in the corner. Great new. Oh my goodness.
Seems to be a really bad spot for MKL.
I love how Darkness plays the Grave sometimes. He's just so unpredictable. Like, you never know if he's gonna go for 1 throw or 2 throws or 4 throws. Tried to get the Chromatic Orb for that extra damage, I think. And an air-to-air is gonna go to Mr. MKL this time. 1-to-1 for both players. Oh, and gonna get hit by the 2 damage and the cross-up. Into the throw, Mr. MKL in a great spot here. And gets another cross-up. Darkness, very rare to see him not use so many reversals. But in this instance, if he'd be using more reversals, it would be working.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Sword out of Cyan Magenta.
And this is amazing for Mr. MKL. Oh no, Darkness actually got over the Chromatic Orb. But using that projectile actually pushed him a little bit. Oh, that's so unfortunate. The backwards hitbox sometimes, oh man, you hate to see it.
Here we go, just like you said, a Jaina mirror.
Alright, here's the Jaina mirror match. Who's the better Jaina, the gold Jaina or the red and white Jaina? Alright, Darkness is already in the corner though, and this is bad. Great blocks there from Mr. MKL. Doesn't do the 2 damage, but okay, it doesn't matter. That was so much pressure for Mr. MKL. Very hard to deal with as Darkness. I don't see the golden Jaina very often. I kind of like it. It's kind of snazzy.
It does look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but that it doesn't look cool though. A blocked reversal.
A blocked Jaina or a blocked Dragon Heart.
Yeah, that does not look cool at all. Oh, this is. Okay, in this match, Darkness is using way too many reversals here. Like, Mr. MKL is punishing for a lot of it. Okay, Darkness gets an air-to-air. Both players just sort of opted to use some projectiles. Okay, great Dragonheart this time from Darkness.
That was a good Dragonheart.
Still does take a point of damage, though. Great Dragonheart on the arrow. But Mr. MKL is still on... Oh, walk-up throw, but you're not anywhere near the range. And that is all she wrote. Darkness is going to be out of the tournament now. Put up a definitely a good match, but Mr. MKL taking it 3-1. Very well done from both of those players, though. All right, we are going to be moving on, and it looks like this will be the first match we get to watch from Crispy Cthulhu. Another, a rising star. Should I say that? A rising star. Been entering in a lot of my tournaments recently. I believe Crispy I believe, was the player that got into this tournament right as I was starting it. So he sneaked his way into the tournament right before it started.
Who is he playing against?
Against Janet, so it's going to be a hard match for him.
Okay. Because I don't think I have Crispy in my friend list. So I'll just have to watch.
Let me let those players know that they can begin. So I recently got this is a little bit of my life, everyone. Bear with me. We're not in the game yet, so I can ramble. I can rant a bit. I got myself a teapot. It's actually over there. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not gonna bring it on the screen, but I got like a glass teapot. And I got some like Earl Grey tea, like some fresh Earl Grey tea, and it's like loose leaf.
Nice.
It's like loose leaf Earl Grey tea, and oh man, I was drinking some of it earlier today and yesterday, and that stuff is good. Stuff is really, it's like smell like the fresh Earl Grey loose leaf tea, man. When I opened it and it just like the aroma was amazing. All right, enough about me though. All right, Crispy Cthulhu here on the Midori and Janet on the DeGray.
Did we watch these two players play earlier? I remember seeing these two teams.
No, we've seen this matchup, but we have not seen these two players play. No, this is the first match that Janet... Crispy played against Darkness and Winter's Side.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. Great use of 4 days there from Janet. Catching... Oh no, Crispy. You gotta block sometimes. Unfortunate there. And yeah, Janet is just a monster with DeGray sometimes. Definitely Janet's best character. Oh, did they need to restart? I saw something.
Yeah, I think it looked like Crispy wasn't on.
I'm confident in the judgment.
1 second, everyone. Let me see what's going on.
Round 1. Fight. Items?
Oh, I messaged. I don't know what's going on. Someone said there's a sync issue. Seems like they're playing right now.
Yeah, I can see it on my phone right now. I got disconnected from the actual like spectator match.
Yeah, well, I pinged Crispy. I haven't got a response yet, so I'm assuming everything's all right for now. Sorry if I missed something important, everyone. Goes for the items. Dice roll. Oh, and a great roll in there from Janet. Crispy really struggling here to get in. Great 4-day there from Crispy. Yeah, I'm reading the Twitch chat. Apparently something really important happened. I'm not sure though. I pinged Crispy to see what was going on. I didn't get a response though, unfortunately.
Round 4.
Crispy is going to be able to take a round. And unfortunately for Lum, you could always just walk up throw and react to Lum's super if you happen to be there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Janet was able to get a bomb there. Going for the final arbiter. Does get the counter hit. Alright, Crispy may be able to make use of this. Gets a great throw on the jackpot.
Good guaranteed chip setup.
Round 5.
All right, Crispy and Janet both at two rounds here, and Crispy's in the lead, very much in the lead. He gets the throw. Great mix-ups there from Crispy in the corner, and taking this second game. Oh, apparently there were 2 rounds of them off stream, and then the game froze. The first match we had was Crispy giving the match. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh.
Interesting. Well, it seems like we might have another disconnect here with Janet. Yeah, Janet seeming not to be doing anything.
Perfect. Round 2. Fight.
I'm quite confused as to what's going on right now.
Yeah, me too.
Perfect. Round 3.
Oh, Organis is saying
Maybe
the
they're
current.
both
Oh no,
getting
okay.
further in
Organis
the
is saying
game.
that the current match is resetting to the old result. I understand now. I understand. They're just resetting back to the normal. That's why Janet's giving this match. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, this is also a reset. Yeah, so the those first 2 rounds. So the first round the first game that we saw in that game was resetting the bracket. Because apparently they had a few matches originally. So now we're back to normal. Now this is actually a match.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Sorry everyone for missing that. I saw the ping after I was getting into the commentary and stuff. I only missed it by 2 minutes, but they seem to already had been starting. So, but it looks like everything's good to go now. All right, both players are on the Midori here. Looks like actually they're both at the same point of health here. Could have parried that, I believe. Goes for the dragon form. Also dragon form. Double dragon form. Both do headbutts. Crispy gets the best of it. Talon swoop. And a Dragon Buster. Crispy just needing 2 more rounds to take this match.
Round 2. Fight.
Great neutral A from Crispy. Good forward A. Oh, and was able to jump out of it, but doesn't jump out of the second Dragon Buster from Crispy. Good neutral A here from Crispy. Jumps out of it. Tries to get a back sweep, but not in range, unfortunately. Alright, both players still have around the same health. Does get the parry, doesn't connect though, unfortunately. Gets the cross-up hit, air to air. Great parry from Janet, and this is a huge mix-up. Great read from Crispy, gets the block properly. And that's a counter hit, air to air. Alright, Crispy, 1 more round, and it's all over for Janet's career in this tournament. Great sidekick there. Good parry from Crispy.
Good parry.
What's the drive one? We should see a neutral A? Nope. Okay. Being safe. Being careful. Yeah, that's going to get a command thrown there. And Janet's in a terrible position here. Gonna lose all this dragon form. Does actually get a windmill crush or a dragon buster. Waiting for the dragon form, but doesn't jump. And that's it. Crispy is going to take this 3-1. And
Very convincing stuff from Crispy.
absolutely, and Janet will be knocked out of this tournament.
Congratulations.
Very well done from both of those players. All right, I'm gonna give this a little bit of time, just reading Discord, making sure everything's going well. I'm assuming everything's good to go now. I just wanna confirm in the Discord real fast. Crispy Cthulhu has gotten very good very fast. I agree. Yeah, no, I remember when Crispy was like sort of just starting out. Crispy's gotten significantly better. Significantly better.
I think the first time I ever watched Crispy was the last tournament. He seemed to have done well.
Yeah, Crispy's a very good player. Alright, yeah, okay. Seems like everything is good to go here. Alright, we're gonna check out the last, I guess, the losers semifinals, I suppose you could say. Or actually, no, we'll check out winners finals first. I know that I've been told many times to do that, to watch winners finals before losers semifinals. I don't think that's the right way to do it, but whatever. We'll just go with winners side. They've been waiting for a while anyway. Let me let them know that they can begin. All right, we're going to be checking out the winners finals. So this will be the Rook Hugger versus Organist, which should be a fantastic matchup. We may even see a Rook Mirror match.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, sure.
You know, both of these players are very, very good. I believe I've seen Organist beat Rook Hugger, and I believe I've also seen Rook Hugger beat Organist, so. Again with the failed connections with these Rook Hugger matches. You gotta play some more ranked mozzarella. I noticed that you're still in bronze at the moment.
Yeah, I only really played like 2 of those. Since
Oh yeah. I think that rank isn't even like a full indication of skill in a lot of time. Like there's a lot of like really good silver players because some players just only play like singles, like 1v1s.
I've been playing in casual a lot. So I'm also trying to practice on Wednesday. I only like 1 character for that.
Yeah. Alright, looks like we are having connection issues here with the Rook Hugger. Apologies, everyone.
I'm not trying to connect, so it's definitely not the.
Yeah, I was trying to connect, so I will give them a wait. Yeah, I'll wait to spectate until they maybe get a round or so through.
I have a lot of friends in my Fantasy Strike who happen to be in Diamond Massive.
Oh yeah, I have like friends in this game from every single rank. Like, I mean, if you see on my screen, I have 21 pages of friends. It's kind of absurd. Like, I basically always know when people are online. I guess that's a perk of being a tournament organizer. You just get like a massive list of friends. I also just add everyone that I play against. Whenever I play against someone new, I just always add them to my friends list. So.
I feel like I might need to do that more often.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something I like to do. I like to have everyone in my friends list as possible. I don't really see a reason why not to. So. Alright, looks like they're just doing a few resets of their game here. Should be able to get into it sooner than later, hopefully. Ba, 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 ba. So far, the tournament's been going great. We've had a... You know, it's funny, whenever you have a tournament that has a lot of really good players in it, a lot of those good players are going to be in loser's side, right? So, like, for example...
Yeah.
For example, Mr. MKL, Crispy Cthulhu, Darkness, PTRSD Boy, Remy, Janet, all 6 of those players were in losers just because that happens. Because in winner's side, even like with the brackets and stuff, I mean, Organist played against PTRSD Boy, Janet against Darkness, Remy against Mr. MK. Like, you have really good players just playing against each other sometimes. And yeah, when you have like stacked lists of great players, it happens, you know? While I have the time, you guys should definitely check out the Anime Evo as well. Open to all regions. It's going to be a massive event, I suspect, at least. I mean, we had quarterly rapport. Both of those were like 30 plus players, so I'm sure Anime Evo is going to be massive as well. So definitely check those out. Yeah, it's going to be great. I'll be commentating for it as well, so it should be a ton of fun. All right. Looks
Hopefully
like they're still
I'll be able to compete in that.
Looks like they are having difficulties here.
Huh.
Hopefully they can get it working. All right, looks like they're trying to play here now. Hopefully they can get it going. Apparently Rooker is the #1 Masters right now. I think one of the reasons for that actually is that Weezy hasn't really been playing much ranked recently. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna check to see if I can connect to both of them real fast.
Yeah, I wonder what the issue is.
I suspect it's Rookhugger's connection. Yeah, it looks like I'm not even able. It looks like I'm not even able to connect to Rookhugger right now. I cannot connect to Rookhugger. Let's see if I can connect to Organist. Yeah, it looks like it's Rookhugger's.
I can't connect to either of them at the moment. It says that they're both in. Which is
Alright, it looks like it is Rookhugger's connection here. Alright, I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna tell him to try one more time. Try one more time. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna tell them to try one more time, one more connect. And if they can't, I gotta give the win to Organist, because, we've given I tried to connect to both, not letting me, and I'm in America, and Rookhugger is also in America, yeah. So it's like the best case scenario for us. I can connect to Rookhugger, and I've been able to connect to Rookhugger in the past, and Organist and Rookhugger have also connected in the past. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, didn't they play in this tournament?
No, they haven't played in the tournament yet. No, they haven't played at all in the tournament yet. Because Organist was second seed, so they won't play until the end. Gotcha.
I must have been thinking of a different match.
Organist played against Janet and PTRC Boy. Yeah, unfortunately, Rookhugger is not able to connect here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, we are going to just move on to Mr. MKL and Crispy Cthulhu. Sorry everyone, we won't be able to see the winners match because, well, sometimes this happens in online tournaments. Alright, we'll get Crispy Cthulhu and Mr. MKL going here. Hopefully they can connect. Oh, I failed to connect to Crispy. Please, no more issues. Ryan connect. Oh, there we go. Okay, we can connect with these players. Good. Sorry for the delay, everyone. All right, Mr. MKL starting with a great match here. Crispy Cthulhu on the Midori, Mr. MKL on the Valerie. Start off with the Side Magenta. A great parry, though, after the Side Magenta. Good throws here from Mr. MKL.
Throw.
And another a great throw from Crispy. Good parry. This could be it for Mr. MKL, and it is. Gets the command throw. Great.
Yeah, the command grab is going to be able to take it.
Yeah, great plays there from Crispy Cthulhu. Good reactions. Good plays. Good reads. All right. So off with the Side Magenta into the Rainbow. Goes for the Dragon form here. Doesn't get a throw and a bad command throw. Gonna take a lot of damage here. Jump in for 3 damage, and Crispy already at half Dragon form and also lost that round. Good counter hit from Mr. MKL. Lots of neutral A's. Good air to airs, or good air attack, should I say, into the Dragon Buster. Just in range, and that's gonna give Crispy 2 rounds here. Almost out of Dragon form, though. We might be seeing a Talon Swoop. No, just a jump back. Goes for the parry. Doesn't connect with anything, though, unfortunately. Oh, gets the parry, but not in range to actually get anything with it. And that's it. Valerie is just kind of a monster sometimes. Once you get in with the Valerie, it's sometimes very hard to keep the Valerie out.
Good parry.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 damage combo. And that's it! Crispy just got 5 seconds with no Dragon form, gets the win. Very well done from Crispy, taking the first game.
Let's have a fair fight.
I'll make it exciting.
Round 1. Fight.
You can still hear me okay, right?
I can still hear you just fine, yeah. Alright, Crispy on the Lum. That's a 2 damage combo with the cartwheel. Good trade there for Crispy. Yeah, you can't really be... Yeah, you can't do the... You can't just do the cartwheels in neutral like that because the Midori can just always get the parry on it. And just some neutral A's from Mr. MKL. Gonna take this first round. Goes for the jackpot. Doesn't connect with anything, but there is a bomb. And unfortunately for Mr. MKL, Crispy is able to jump out of that for a 4 damage combo. An extra 5 damage, though, with a little bit of hits. Oh, and that's so unfortunate for Mr. MKL.
Is going to be able to protect him from Oki.
Yeah, you hate to see it. And the air-to-air for Mr. MKL puts Crispy at 1 bar of health. Goes for the dice roll. I like this a lot. Should be able to roll. Just neutral A's. Gets the counter hit. Gets the anti-air. Crispy and Mr. MKL both at 1 now. It's the assist. Doesn't get the air-to-air, though.
Butt slam being able to get in.
Yeah, great butt slam from Mr. MKL. 3 damage combo as well. And now Crispy's in the corner. This should trade. Does trade. Gets Crispy out of the corner, though. Exactly what he needs. Gives Mr. MKL a cake. Mr. MKL already had full dragon form, though. And a good 4-day is going to connect there while Crispy tries to throw out an item. Right.
Dragon form should be able to do a lot of work to take the round.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing the dragon form transformation now. And a lot of these cartwheels. Crispy just doing bad cartwheels is getting punished a lot. This should... Oh, it gets the counter hit, actually. Gives Mr. MKL, though, another cake. Extending that dragon form. A great coin at almost the perfect time. Oh, it tries to roll. That does not win, though. Human form transformation here. Crispy gets a good melon, goes for the jackpot. And there's 2 cherries. Gets those cherries. This is really good for Crispy. And gets the cross up. Crispy able to make that work. Very well done. Those cherries were very vital, and Mr. MKL, I think, got a little bit too greedy trying to get those cherries. Gets the cross up for 3 damage. An anti-air as well.
Good anti-air.
Another good air-to-air. And now Mr. MKL is at 1 bar of health. Gets a good throw, though. Crispy really mistimed that. Gets a health, though. And that is chip damage right there. Crispy taking the 2nd game as well.
Very nice stuff from Crispy.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Confident in the judgment.
Crispy on the DeGray. Sir MKL on the Jaina. Great justice kicks here.
Good justice kicks.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's it. Yeah, Mr. MKL very confident on the Jaina, I'd say. I think the Jaina is probably Mr. MKL's best character. You may disagree with me, but from what I've seen, it seems like the Jaina is his best. Great Yomi here from Crispy.
Yomi counter.
It's going to give you some full super, get a point of damage off. Get Jaina out of your face. Oh, and a good 4-day. Going for the final arbiter here. Gets out, doesn't connect with anything though. Good dagger fall into the throw. Trying to bait out a dragon heart there, we saw. Crispy playing it very safe. Oh, a bad dragon heart gets punished with a 4-day, and a neutral A is going to punish Mr. MKL, maybe Yomiing there.
Good dragon heart. Another throw. Seen a lot of those from MKL.
Alright, a great drag. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was responding in Discord. Yeah, Mr. MKL is going to take that round as well.
Unfortunately, he was not able to get damage off that jump in.
Goes for the 4-day. Goes for the assist here. Great justice kicks.
Justice kick.
Good dragon hearts here from Mr. MKL. Goes for the final arbiter. Yeah, it doesn't really have that super armor, or not super, doesn't have the iframes there at the end. Oh, and this is bad though. Mr. MKL with a very bad dragon heart. Crispy able to capitalize on that. All right, both players up 2 rounds here. Crispy is on match point though, and this is loser semis. So, and that okay, Mr. MKL getting a game on the board here, finally getting a win. TPK, your keyboard's so cool. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have muted myself when I was typing. Yeah, I have a mechanical keyboard, and my mic is very close to it. So I'm sorry about that, everyone. Completely forgot about how loud my keyboard can be sometimes.
Round 1.
I mean, it's better than forgetting to unmute yourself, I guess.
That's true. Great air-to-air from Mr. MKL, and this is a hard matchup actually for the Gray, I would say. We've seen this before. And a great neutral.
Yeah, the Gray's throw range isn't going to be able to punish stuff like
also,
what is it? Cyan, Magenta, Rainbow.
Also, Valerie just has so many good ways of getting in onto the Degray. Like, it's very hard for Degray to just get out of these kinds of situations unless you get like a really good read.
Yeah.
All right.
As a Degray player myself, I do not like this tip at all.
Great throw though
Good
from
throw.
Crispy. Once you get in though as the Degray, you can really do a lot of work in the matchup. Great throws from Crispy, and finally opts to go for a punch on that like third or fourth throw. Crispy getting around here. Oh, goes for a very risky, but Mr. MKL doesn't punish in time. Still gets 2 damage. Neutral A. Oh no, yeah, Crispy timed that a little bit wrong, and this is not good. It's the Cyan, Magenta, Yellow. Oh, and this is good for Crispy. Does need to be careful and does get the
Good
ground super. This could be it for Mr. MKL.
Almost wasn't able to do it in time.
And went for an air kick, but unfortunately for Crispy, Mr. MKL does a Cyan anti-air there. Great plays from Mr. MKL.
Let's have a fair fight. I'm confident in the judgment.
All right, Crispy Cthulhu on the Degray. Mr. MKL on the Midori. This is about, I'd say about a 5-5. Maybe a little favored for Degray since he does have the Ghost. Bad Truth. Tried to Yomi there. Unfortunately for Crispy, Mr. MKL opted to go for a forward A. Both players missing a lot of these things, but Mr. MKL getting the better end of it. Gets that throw. Good forward A from Crispy. Baited out the parry, but didn't do anything with it. Both these players just playing very defensively. A great parry on the forward A. And Crispy opting to go for a Yomi counter, but the command throw is going to take it. And now Mr. MKL is finally in the lead in this matchup. Or in this match, should I say. Goes to the back A, not able to connect with anything. Good blocks from Mr. MKL. Finally gets a ghost hit for 2 damage. Goes for the ground super.
Good Yomi counter.
Yeah, this is a great Yomi. Crispy just used
all of his meter back that he just used on that parry.
Yeah, he just used it, messed up the parry, gets the Yomi, gets the point of damage, gets the full super. A great Dragon Buster from Mr. MKL has Crispy in Oki here. And another great Yomi from Crispy. This could be it for Mr. MKL. Alright, he gets out of that bad situation in a forward A to punish the parry.
Been waiting that parry out.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, Crispy gets around. Cross up from Mr. MKL. Into the jump in throw. On the wake up. Bad ground super. Is able to block in time.
Unfortunately, he was not able to punish that ground super.
Yeah, a little far away, unfortunately, there from Mr. MKL. Crispy only has 2 points of health here, though. Definitely needs to be careful. Gets the air to air and the Yomi.
Yomi counter.
Yeah, gets the air there and the Yomi.
We've been seeing a lot of good Yomis from Crispy.
Absolutely. Finally has Mr. MKL. Oh, and a great ground super on the jump in. And now Crispy's in the corner here against the Degrade. That's going to be a chip setup. Crispy, one more round to win this match and move on to the losers finals. Goes to the back A. Daggerfall.
Good 3 damage.
Absolutely. It's the assist.
Looks like we saw a
Into
little
the
bit
throw.
of a Yomi stand off there for a bit.
Lily goes for the... Oh, and gets the counter hit. This is not good. And gets the air to air. Crispy Cthulhu is going to take the win against Mr. MKL. 3-2. Mr. MKL almost was able to come back. Crispy not having any of it, though. And Crispy will move on to losers finals against the Rook Hugger. All right. Let me let these players know they can begin. I'm sure that they already know. For anyone who is curious what will be happening, though, because of the connection issues that Rook Hugger and Organist had. So basically, if Rook Hugger wins this matchup, and Rook Hugger has agreed to this as well in the Discord, so this isn't my decision per se. I just agree with it. So basically, if Rook Hugger beats Crispy Cthulhu here, he's gonna play the match obviously in this match. But if he beats Crispy Cthulhu, he's going to let Crispy Cthulhu play against Organist. He's going to drop out since Rookhugger is not able to connect to Organist. So just so that we can have an actual finals, which I think that's fair. Rookhugger agreed to it as well, so I appreciate that. Rookhugger, a very nice guy. He likes to do the stuff that's best for the tournaments and most of the time. So I really appreciate that. Oh, we might not even have a connect with Rookhugger and Crispy though. Let me let them know I also want. Alright, hopefully they can connect. I think we already saw Crispy and Rookhugger play though earlier, right? Oh, maybe not. No, we saw Crispy and Organist play. No? Who did we see play Crispy? I thought we saw them play. Maybe not. I'm wrong. Never mind. Yeah, but hopefully all you have been enjoying the tournament so far. All you people who've been watching, everyone who was who's in the tournament, hopefully you're enjoying as well. Been a lot of fun. Fluffiest friend, Mr. MKL, that was awesome, very close. Yeah, that was a great match, Mr. MKL. I think that's probably one of my favorite matches so far. I'd have to say you and Crispy.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Yeah, it was very, very good. Fluffy is saying Rookhugger needs to enter some big money tourneys to afford better internet. Well, generally, the prize tournaments that he does enter, he comes in like second or third place usually. So he definitely wins some money for certain. There's just not like prize tournaments happening all the time for this game, right?
Yeah, does TTT have a prize pool or not?
Yeah, unfortunately, everyone, we don't have a losers finals either. Rookhugger is not able to connect to Crispy, so we'll just be checking out Crispy and Organist. I'm so sorry, everyone. We didn't have a winners finals or a losers finals, so yeah, it happens, I suppose. All right, let me go ahead and drop Rookhugger then. All right, well then, good luck to Organist and Crispy. I'm so sorry, everyone who was hoping to see the winners and the losers finals. It's an online tournament. Sometimes this stuff happens. This is actually the first time I've seen Rookhugger's connection be so bad where it's not connecting at all to multiple players. He was doing fine throughout the entire tournament. We did see Rookhugger play against Mr. MKL, and that one went fine. Don't know what happened. Guess it happened. Stuff happens sometimes, you know? Nature of online tournaments.
Should be a really good learning experience for Crispy Cthulhu, especially with being able to watch back the tournament on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a good learning experience for all the players.
Yeah.
I mean, Crispy's in the finals, so he's definitely a great player. Let me let. That's what I've been saying. Oh, no, it's back. Everyone, hopefully the stream is back now. I apologize for that. Are we back? We're back. We're back. Okay. I'm so sorry, everyone. It looks like Organist and Crispy waited for the stream. I appreciate that, YouTube. Yeah, no, sorry about that, everyone. No, that was completely my fault, actually. So my Discord app and my VPN app on the taskbar are right next to each other, which after this event I need to not have right next to each other, because I went to click on the Discord app and I accidentally clicked on the VPN app. So it the VPN automatically connected me to the VPN server, which then caused my internet to have like a little crash there. So sorry about that, everyone. But we should be good to go now. Man, so many technical issues today, huh? Very, very strange. The world just hates me today, apparently.
Looks like Organis is going to be going with his or with their Argagard.
Yes, indeed. Thank you all so much for waiting for the stream. I appreciate that. Everyone who stuck around. All right. Organist on the Argagarg and Crispy Cthulhu on the Lum. Great first hit from Crispy. Another good hit and a roll. Organist already at 3 bars of health. Good throws from Crispy. Goes to the melon. Oh, goes for the neutral A.
Bubble from Organist.
Yeah, absolutely. Crispy's in a tough spot now. Started off very strong, but already at 2 points of health now because of that poison. Gets the chip and the throw. Organist losing this first round to Crispy Cthulhu.
Crispy had a lot of really good corner pressure.
Absolutely. Goes for the river. Connects with the forward A. Should get this poison as well with the big fish into another fish. So many fish, so many fish. What can Crispy do? And a back A is going to beat that cartwheel. Right, both players up on one round here.
You can anti-air cartwheel with the back A like that.
Yeah, if you know the timing and stuff, you definitely can. Goes to the big fish here. Organist able to get these cakes though. See if Organist uses another big fish.
Got all of their meter back after that.
Yeah, I like that a lot from Organist, just waiting that round out. I mean, Crispy was poisoned, no reason to be hasty. It was a little risky going in with that bubble, but I guess Organist knew that they did have the time to do that. Gets the throw on the jackpot.
Throw.
Yeah, you have to be careful with the jackpot. If your opponent is standing right in front of you and they're doing nothing and you jackpot, they can just always throw you. Alright, Crispy gets the poison off. Has Organist in the corner. And another bad... you can't be just using jackpots on wake up like that. Jackpot is not a really good move to use on the wake up of your opponent. It just generally doesn't really work out in your favor. So Organist is going to take this first round. Crispy started off very strong with that first round. But Organist came back strong as well. So good job from Organist. We'll see if they can keep it up.
And it looks like we are going to be seeing Grappler versus Grappler matchup.
Yes, indeed. Earthquake doesn't work out here. Crispy does get the first hit. Lots of good neutral jump A's here. Jumps at the wrong time this time. Gets hit by the forward A. Gets under the vines with the sidekick. We have been desynced, unfortunately. Try and get back in.
I also have been
We will try and get back into this as soon as possible, everyone. Janet in the chat saying Organist threatening moves to punish item toss a lot without taking the risk of using them, which is cool. I agree. Alright, looks like Organist was able to take this first round. Great use of the neutral jump A. Neutral jump A is a very good move for Midori in this matchup. Go for the dragon form here. Gets the jump out. Oh no, but doesn't punish.
Unfortunately, not able to punish that checkmate buster.
Could have punished it, but pressed the wrong button, unfortunately. It can happen.
That's a lot of dragon meter gone.
It's all the dragon meter gone. Yeah, it's basically finished now. Organist is doing a great job. Good blocks. Transform back into human. Forward A to punish that. Neutral jump Ace from Organist now. Alright, 3 damage coming out from Crispy though. Earthquake, and now Organist is in. Thunderclap into command throw for 2 damage. And another command throw. This could be it for Crispy.
Yeah, this could be it.
And it is.
And normal throw is going to take it.
Absolutely. Organist up 2 games now. 1 more game and Organist will be the winner of this tournament. Organist only has to win 1 match here. Crispy actually has to win twice since Crispy will have to reset the bracket. But if Organist wins this match, then it is all over for Crispy.
Round 1. Fight. Gotcha.
Great throw. Walk up throw. And the second throw, though, is going to get Yomi countered from Organist. It's full super meter jackpot. We saw the throw. This time Organist actually was out of range of the throw. Great Justice Kicks on the cartwheel. Neutral. Yeah, that's... Oh my goodness. I love that from Crispy. Did a neutral punch and then waited and then did another neutral punch, neutral punch. So great plays there from Crispy Cthulhu. Gets the... Oh, this is not good for Crispy. Oh, gets the throw. I thought he was going for a punch. Thought it was going to be a trade. No, but Crispy gets in there.
A lot of good throws coming from Crispy.
And a great ground super. Good parry as well from Crispy. Crispy's doing a really good job here of just dealing with everything that Organist is trying to do. It's the assist. Oh, but doesn't do anything. Oh no. But it doesn't matter. Crispy is just a monster here against Organist.
Organist is seeming to be in a really rough spot.
Yeah, Organist is really struggling here. Gives Crispy... Oh no, Organist got the cherry there. There should be a trade. No! Crispy gets it. And the final arbiter is going to get stifled by that cloud. Very unfortunate for Crispy. Crispy still needs another round here to get a game. Gets the melon hit. Justice Kicks gets past the roll. Crispy able to get that cherry and get a point of damage. Gets another cherry as well. Goes for the jackpot. I would have liked to just... Oh, he didn't have the ghost available. Oh no, doesn't block. You have to block those. Gets the final arbiter though. It's the 2 damage into the throw. Crispy not even...
Good throw.
Yeah, Crispy didn't even care about that cherry. He's just like, why do I need a health when I can just get the win, right? Alright, Crispy Crispy finally able to get a victory, get a game there on the board. Alright, Crispy still has an uphill battle here though. Has to win both of these games to not be out of the tournament. It's the roll-in. Great air-to-air from Crispy though. These trades are decent for Crispy. As the grapple, you have a lot more range and gets... this is terrible for Organist. Not only did Organist lose that round because of the Yomi, now Crispy has full Dragon Meter. That was one of the worst things that could have happened. They trade there. Go for the Dragon Form. It's the neutral A. Great read from Crispy. Into the command throw. This could be it for Organist. And it is! I like that from Crispy. Jump back into the Dragon throw.
Crispy's part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get all the right reads.
And now Crispy still has almost full Dragon Form. Another Dragon Buster. These Dragon Busters has hit Organist so much here. We got desynced. Oh no. Hopefully we can get back in. Lots of weird desyncs and stuff happening on the final. You hate to see it.
It's like Organist. Oh, now they're at even health. And Organist takes it with the ground B, being able to low profile under Vito.
Right, Crispy. Or Organist has a point here. Oh, tried to walk up throw, but gets hit at the last little bit of that. Very unfortunate for Crispy. Great back A. Uses the butt slam to get past the baby lum. Crispy does have Dragon Meter. But so many baby lums. Goes to the Dragon Form here. It's the back A and gets another. It gets that cake as well. Neutral A, and that's it. All right, Crispy is coming back strong. We are going to be seeing a Lum Mirror Mash to decide if Crispy moves on in the tournament. Or if Organist is able to close it out here. And good luck to both these players.
Crispy, very close set.
Yeah, Crispy is the black and white Lum. Very interesting that Crispy decided to use an item throw while the cartwheel was coming in. Maybe hoping for a coin. Great air-to-airs from Crispy, though. Into the throw. Organist in the corner. This is not where you want to be. And that's going to get thrown. Yeah, Crispy really notorious for just using these jackpots in front of his opponent. He's getting punished for it. Great anti-air.
Be a little more careful when doing that.
Does get the anti-air, though, with that baby lum, which is very good. Tried to roll in. Does get the air-to-air, though. Oh, no, a forward A. Crispy had that game. A forward A would have actually connected there. He went for a neutral A for some reason. Very unfortunate there for Crispy. This is not good. Goes for the dice roll. And the bomb is going to close it out. I believe that was Organis's bomb. Organis's bomb there. That's unfortunate. And gets a perfect coin.
Good coin.
Rolling for the throw. All right, Crispy doing a good job. Went for another throw, a little bit out of range though. Lots of throws we're seeing. Crispy was able to get that cherry. Went for the back end, not able to connect. Organis able to get so many uses of this super because of that cherry, or not cherry, because of the cake. Jackpot, and that fireworks may close this out. No, he just went for the roll and they trade. Crispy had more life though. All right, Crispy up 2 rounds here. Maybe resetting the bracket. They trade with the roll.
They're good trade.
Lots of trades going on here right now. Going for the jackpot. Oh, Crispy could have micro-walked forward.
Is gonna be really good for Organis.
Oh, this is so much chip. This may be it. Oh, gets a cross-up hit. Crispy has to be very careful. He's still in chip range right now. You see him backing up there, making sure that he doesn't get hit by that rolling, but rolls in to the bomb.
Into the bomb there.
Yeah. All right. Crispy still up with 2 rounds here, though. Go for the dice roll. Good blocks from Crispy. Heart roll coming in with the dice. Throw from Organis. Has Crispy in the corner. This is not good for Crispy at all. Tries to roll out. Rolls into the melon. This is going to be a trade. Yeah, he actually wasn't even a trade. Looks like Organis got that just all together. All right. Organis has tied things up 2-2. Goes for the dice roll. Organis just needs 1 more round here to close this tournament out, and it looks like Organis is doing a very good job here. Neutral A, this could be it for Crispy. Only at 1 bar of health with 2 baby lums. Good blocks. Gets rid of both baby lums, and this dice should close this out. Goes for the jackpot.
Yeah, that looks like it's been tripped.
Oh, that was so close, though. That was so close. Oh, Crispy actually had cherries there, but wasn't able to collect them. Very well done from Organis. Able to close out this tournament. 3-2. Wow, that was the last game of the tournament was a Lum v Lum mirror. What are the odds? What are the odds? Gambling pandas for the win. I love Lum matches. They're fun to watch. It's just so chaotic. It's just so chaotic with all of the dice and the jackpots and the items and all that good stuff. So well played to both of those players. As Organis says in the Twitch chat, well played. Yeah, well played. Yeah, thank you all so much for coming out. I appreciate everyone who came out to watch the tournament, as well as everyone who decided to enter the tournament as well, or both. Always fun to watch. As always, I got to shout out the people over at Toronto Top Tiers. Definitely check them out. They do 1v1 tournaments, so if you're interested in some 1v1 tournaments, definitely check out Toronto Top Tiers. They run every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Yeah, so 7 p.m. Eastern, Toronto Top Tier on Wednesdays. Definitely check them out. Lots of fun, lots of fun. I've entered them before. Tons and tons of fun. Also, the Garden of Chaos every Thursday at 7 p.m. as well, I think. Maybe I think I'm right there. I could be wrong. I think I'm right though. But Garden of Chaos, I know it's on Thursdays, so definitely check those out. It's more of a fun one. Lots of crazy rule sets, lots of fun. So definitely check both of those tournaments out. Anime Evo, August 22nd, I believe. August 27th. I'll be commentating for that. So definitely check out Anime Evo. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm expecting to see a big bracket turnout. We had a big bracket turnout for Quarterly Rapport. This is another massive tournament. So definitely check out Anime Evo. Sign up if you're interested. It's gonna be great. Oh, I'm so sorry. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. for Garden of Chaos, it looks like, actually. So, oh no, this is 7 p.m. Eastern for my tournaments. Or I'm sorry, it is 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm an idiot. You're right, it's 4 p.m. Eastern. I don't remember my own tournaments, apparently. Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm so sorry. Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern for the Garden of Chaos, like Janet said, and on Thursdays. Definitely check those out. Lots of fun. Yeah, check out tournaments, guys. Lots of tournaments happening for Fantasy Strike. Lots of events going on. Anime Evo is the big one, which will be happening in August 22nd, I believe. It's going to be lots of fun. Super fun. And thank you so much, Mozzarella, for hopping into the commentary with me. I think I asked you this before, but did you have anything that you wanted to shout out?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, thank you so much, Mozzarella, for hopping in for commentary. Thank you all so much for coming out to play in and or watch the tournament. I'll be putting this on YouTube. Sorry for the for a bit of the technical issues with the connections for the winners finals and the losers finals. Sometimes this happens in online tournaments. It's just something that happens. But we did get the finals. We got a lot of great matches either way. So that was a lot of fun. Sorry for my own disconnect for clicking on my VPN. I'm an idiot apparently. But we got the stream going again. So thanks for being patient, everyone, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.